Hello fellow book lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Emily. In today's video I'm going to be unboxing my very first book of the month, which is the September 2020 book of the month. And then I'm going to be talking about my September TBR list, which includes 5 different books that I am about to start reading or I am currently reading, but I'll finish this month. So if you don't know what book of the month is, it comes in a box like this every month. Basically, it's like, I think it's like $14 every month, and they choose 5 different books. From what I've noticed, they like to do kind of like debut novels, different authors, and then you can choose a book, and then I believe you can do 2 add-ons, and then they'll ship you your box every month. And if you don't like what it is, what those book choices are, you can skip any month that you want and just roll over to the next month until you find a selection that you really like. And September is my birthday month. We're entering into the fall, which is my favorite season. And I just started getting back into heavily reading in 2020. I'm a college student, so I was mostly just studying on college. But then I started reading books for fun again and forgot how much I absolutely loved it and missed it. And so I wanted to get back into it. I thought, why not just start this channel? Because I love talking about books. And so why not talk about books with you guys on BookTube? And so I'm so excited to start this channel, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. So let's open up my September box and then let's talk about some books. Okay, so since it was my first month and I didn't fully understand how book of the month even worked, I just got one book. I didn't get any add-ons. And it comes super cute packaged like this. Cute little box inside. I just thought that this would be a cheaper way for me to get a bunch of books. So I'll try it and see how I like it. I do know you can cancel like at any time, so no full length commitment. Give you a little bookmark. And for September's pick, I picked Winter Counts by David Heska Wanbley Wyden. I hope I said that correctly. So like I said, I've never gotten book of the month before. It does look like they stamp their logo right there, and even on the back it says September book of the month 2020. So if you're buying a book through book of the month, you do have to be okay with their logo like everywhere on the book, which I know some people have a problem with, some people don't. Just depends on who you are. Now they have 5 books every month that you get to choose, like that they feature, that you choose from. And this was their mystery thriller book. That tends to be where I like to read. I love mysteries and thrillers, horror, haunted stuff. Like October is my favorite month ever with Halloween. So basically, just like a little synopsis of this. I don't know too much about it, but it is just about, it says, Virgil Wounded Horse is the local enforcer on the Rosebud Indian Reservation, South Dakota. When justice is denied by the American legal system or the tribal council, Virgil is hired to deliver his own punishment, the kind that's hard to forget. But when heroin makes its way onto the reservation and finds Virgil's nephew, it suddenly becomes personal. He enlists the help of his ex-girlfriend and sets out to learn where the drugs are coming from and how to make them stop. And so I really like to diversify my bookshelves. I really like to read about different cultures, different places, just because I really think that reading is the best way to learn about different cultures and different places. And so I'm really excited to be reading more about Native American heritage, Native American stories, just different points of view. So I'm really excited about this book. My channel is called Emily Looks and Books because I read a book and then I recreate the book cover as a makeup look, and so I'll definitely be talking more about this later. And then what's funny is on my TBR list is actually 4 out of the 5 books on the book of the month picks for September, even though I only got 1 book as my book of the month. Because the thing is I didn't do my due diligence and I didn't read enough of like the descriptions of each books to know if I'd be interested in another one to get it as an add-on, which I believe would be like the cheapest way to do it, to do an add-on. So anyways, other books, one I was actually reading before book of the month picked their selections, but then the other 2 I just bought because they were getting such big praise, and so I'm really excited to read Transcendent Kingdom. This one, first of all, the cover is stunning. And then this is Ya's second book to her acclaimed Homegoing, which I have heard really good stuff about, which I probably will read later. It has such high praise on the back from Tanishi Coates, Isabel Wilkerson. A lot of people have been talking about this on BookTube and Bookstagram, and so I really had to pick it up because I've just been hearing such great things about it. But the synopsis is: Transcendent Kingdom is a deeply moving portrait of a family of immigrants ravaged by depression and addiction and grief, a novel about faith, science, and religion, love. I don't know too much about this. I do know that it looks about race in America, so I think that it is a very timely read. So important to just understand so many different point of views. Another reason why I wanted to read it. Like I said, I didn't actually get it from Book of the Month, but it is a September Book of the Month pick. Another September Book of the Month pick, but I have been reading since August, is Cast, which by Isabel Wilkerson, The Origins of Our Disconnects, which if you haven't heard about it, please, please, please go pick this up and read it, or listen to it, download it, however, rent it from the library, however you want to. This is definitely a book that I know that I will be reading again and again and again. It is so incredibly eye-opening. I am only a quarter of the way through. I still have a lot of reading to do. It is a big book, but I do hope to finish it this month. This is Isabel Wilkerson's second book. She wrote The Warmth of Other Suns, which I'm really intrigued of reading. But this book is basically about the American caste system, which I wasn't aware about. Even Isabel goes into it that most people in America aren't aware about the caste system in America. But after I've read the amount that I've read, has really opened up my eyes and really made me realize the foundation of America, caste system that is just so ingrained in our system. And she just talks about different ways to kind of dismantle the caste system and just make so many important parallels, so many eye-opening things. Isabel is such an amazing author. I can't wait to finish this and then really just talk about it with you all, but highly, highly, highly recommend this. Again, a September Book of the Month pick, but I was already reading it in August. And then my fourth Book of the Month pick, which I did not get as a Book of the Month pick, was The Last Story of Mina Lee, and it is a Reese's Book Club pick. It's her September pick. I've started it. I'm about this far into it, kind of similar to Cast. This is already just so gripping and so amazing. I already know I'm going to just read this up super fast. Margaret Lee's mother, Mina, isn't returning her calls. It's a mystery to 26-year-old Margaret until she visits her childhood apartment in Koreatown, LA, and finds that her mother has suspiciously died. The discovery sends Margaret digging through the past, unraveling the invisible strings that held together her single mother's life, and it is her figuring out how and why she died. Like I said, I'm not super far into it, but it is so good from what I've read. It goes back and forth between Margaret, the daughter, and Mina's, the mom's, perspectives. Mina from her immigrating to America, kind of establishing her life. Margaret as she finds her mom, and then the mystery that's unraveling goes through both perspectives. I am absolutely loving it so far. And then again, a September 2020 Book of the Month pick that I did not pick as my Book of the Month, but somehow I ended up with 4 out of the 5 September Book of the Month picks. The 5th one was Anxious People, which is another book that I want to read, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and my September TBR list is already going to be pretty busy because school has started, and so I have to do schoolwork on top of my reading for fun. And the last book that I'm reading is another Reese's book pick. It's You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is Reese's first YA pick for August, and it is so cute. It's so good. I love YAs. I think that they are just so fun to read. They're always a quick little read. So I always like reading a YA with my other books. This book is so good so far. It talks so much about representation in all aspects. Black American representation, LGBT representation. I'm a little bit further in this one than I am in the others, but again, I do think that this will be another quick read. And the problem with me and with, I know, all of you guys is you're reading 5 books at the same time. So what would normally take a few days to finish takes a little bit longer because you're just reading so many books, but I do hope to finish this pretty soon. Follows her. Her name is Liz Lighty, and she's running for prom queen against like all odds in this tiny town in Indiana. She's not super popular, but she's running so that she can get a scholarship, a full ride scholarship to like the college of her choice. At this like town, prom is like such a big deal that whoever prom king and queen is, they get a full ride scholarship, and she couldn't afford to go to college any other way, so she's running for prom queen. And it's just kind of like the perils of that and like trying to go against the odds and follow her dreams. This is my September TBR list. They're all so good, so I'm really excited to read it. I'm really excited to start reading Winter Counts. I'm excited to talk about it with you guys later. I'm excited to be starting this channel. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you can keep up with all of my reads, discussions. Let me know down below what books you are reading, what books you are excited about, especially if they are spooky or scary, because we're entering that season and those types of books just give me absolute life. I love talking with you guys, love interacting, so make sure to leave a comment. Thanks guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you find some books that you are really passionate to read this month, because reading is such a beautiful, magical thing. Anyways guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Happy reading. Bye guys.